Welcome back to the channel. In a previous video, we reviewed these Barjack pads, and I was contemplating maybe adding to or replacing the Microfiber 50/50 pads. You could see the huge improvements we made on the hood of this 20-year-old vehicle with, well, a ton of mileage. And the results were impressive. So we're going to go back and hop onto the roof, and we're going to bring this pad over. The Rotary polisher instead today, still team it up with 3D1, but it was requested that I keep getting footage of the pad doing work, and I will do so today. So let's hop up on the roof here and get some work done. On the roof, no reflection whatsoever. Really bad right here. And this is worse than the hood. So we're going to use the Barjack pad and the Rotary polisher. We're going to tape off an area and see if we can bring this paint back to life. There's paint missing completely in these areas. That's where pine sap ate through the clear into the color coat, maybe even beyond. Anything from a tree or Mother Nature is acidic, so if you leave it on long enough, that's what's going to happen. Well, let's mask off a nice big area to work in. I believe I have you set up at the perfect spot because there's the overhead light is right here, and for you right now, it's just one blurry orb. And hopefully we can change that with the Barjack pad, just like we did on the hood with very, very little work, very little effort. We have the polisher and the pad married together here. It's important with this pad to prime it. You don't want to just put a couple drops of the product on like this and start to go to work. You want to get a couple more on there and then use a gloved hand and prime those fibers. Circular motions, priming it in. You don't want those fibers to go to work dry. And now we can put 3 nice marble or bigger size drops of the product. Get this cord positioned. This is the old original Drill Master from Harbor Freight from long ago, and this old thing is working, still working like a charm. So let's spread out the product first. Then we'll turn up the polisher between the 3rd and 4th speed setting, and we'll start to polish. Just 2 passes, crisscross pattern, left to right, then up and down. You hold the rotary flat as much as you can. If it starts to get out of control and skip around on you, you can lift it up on a 10 or a 15 degree angle, and that will in turn smooth things out for you once again. But for the most part, always keep the rotary polisher flat so it's not plowing your paint. It should be polishing it. I'm just using the weight of the polisher as pressure I'm not holding or pushing down on the polisher. Pressure equals heat, and you don't want a lot of heat on the surface. Now I'm going to work the edges real quick so we have a nice contrast, 50-50 visual here of the worked area. Now with these fibers, you want to clean the pad between either every pass or at least before you jump from one panel to another, because they're a little bit longer, they will get matted down and they will twist up within each other. And you want to keep them clean and standing straight up like this so they are most effective. Okay, so this paint was really, really bad up here. Let's remove the tape. And I expect some realistic results. And expectations here are that we made some slight improvements. And that's all I would ask for up here, especially for the little bit of effort we gave with the rotary polisher. Let's wipe off the residue and take a look. I got to take you up over to my side because I got a table over here. And I need you to see this closer. We're going from that to that. This to that. Look at the overhead hex light. With very little effort. From that to that. Now, it did have a little bit of a problem as we got closer to this area, but there's no clear coat. It's pretty much worn away. The sun pretty much killed it. And these are areas with no clear coat whatsoever. But where it does have clear coat to correct, that is what you can expect from the Barjack pads. I'm so impressed and you know, very happy to see the improvement here that I want to keep going. So what I'm going to do is I'm hoping I can get the rest of the car that looks like that to look like this. So with the help of editing to speed things up, I'm going to go around the car with that team, see what I could do. Wow. Guys, in no time at all, at an hour, maybe an hour, 15 minutes, you should be around something this size very quickly. Look how that hood came back to life. And for that matter, the only thing that it couldn't polish out was a little bit of rust right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to take care of that very quickly and very easily now that I have a paint booth in the other location. one quick trip around with the Barjack pad. What I want to look for now, before we end the video, I was tearing into that paint, so I want to see there is no sign whatsoever that this hole in the middle is going to separate. There's no sign that these layers are going to separate. So far, that glue, that adhesive is holding. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to clean up the Barjack pad here, put it away. Have you seen enough? Do you want more? Because this pad works well with a forced rotation polisher. If you want to see more, just let me know down in the comment section. I'll do more. I also have a Toyota Highlander black coming in, so that's soft thin paint. If you want to see how it finishes down on soft thin clear coat, I can correct the whole Highlander with one of these pads and show you, is there going to be haze left over? Are we going to need that extra step of a fine finishing pad? Hey, let me know. I will continue. This has been Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll put a link down below if you want to look further into the pads on the site. But until the next video, guys, have a good evening and a good weekend.